this evolution theory contradicts common sense. Nobody in their right mind would see the machinery of the cell and then think, oh yeah, nature made that. Okay, so so I was just wondering, you know, I had a hangout not too long ago where I asked people if they were evolutionists, could they come and explain evolution to me? Because I have questions. I've got a lot of questions. Those are hard questions for evolutionists, really, believe it or not. A question as simple as, what is the scientific evidence for that? Can really throw an evolutionist into a tailspin and just make them crash and burn. Seriously. That's all it takes, oftentimes. But then, you know, of course, they get up and dust themselves off, and then they attempt to actually give what they think is a scientific explanation. In their mind, these philosophical ideas, they equal scientific evidence. See, that's the rib specifically mentioned because they need some BS to get people here. Rib? I'm not sure what that's about. But here's an interesting thing about the human rib. The Bible says that God took a rib from Adam to make Eve, and he closed up the womb thereof. Sounds like a surgeon, doesn't it? The interesting thing is that the human rib is the only bone in the human body that can regenerate. It's true. There's a tissue that surrounds the rib, and what surgeons do when they harvest ribs for cancer patients to use the marrow to replenish marrow that's cancerous, what they'll do is they cut away the rib, and then they sew up the tissue that surrounds it. And when they do, a new rib will grow. If they do not close up, if they were not to close up the tissue that surrounds it, the rib will not grow back. That's right. GHPH says it's called the periosteum. That's correct. And it is a tissue that surrounds the rib. And it causes, okay, G-Man, thank you. It causes the rib to regenerate. Without it, no rib. Human beings have had ribs harvested more than once, repeatedly. Sometimes cancer patients will have their rib harvested for that purpose, to help them overcome cancer. And it's the only bone in the human body that will regenerate. So why did God say in his word that he took a rib from Adam to make Eve? Well, because he designed Adam that way so that Adam, after he made Eve, he would not have to live the rest of his life with a flaw, because Adam's rib would grow back. Isn't that amazing? Something that 20th century medical technology discovered was stated in the Bible, in the book of Genesis, in the creation account, almost immediately after the creation account in the book of Genesis, which was penned 1400 to 1500 BC, and is about events that took place even before that.
It is amazing that man came from the old monkey.
Yeah. Well, the evidence that hominids and human beings and apes are related is there's none. You know, even evolutionist scientists have acknowledged. One evolutionist scientist said that the total number of bones that could supposedly link humans to apes, you could fit it into a shoebox and then add a pair of shoes. So that's pretty few, you know. And then we have the reason they acknowledge that is because creatures like the Australopithecines, the hominids like Lucy, the famous Lucy fossil, have been discovered to be nothing more than an extinct species of ape, a chimpanzee of some type. And this is known by the features of the bones. It has a non-locking knee joint, curved finger bones, an ejected great toe, and has no I hope I say this right, periculum. I might be wrong. No baraculum. Anyway, apes have a bone in their penis. Human beings do not. A chimpanzee has a bone in its penis that runs length of it. And when a chimpanzee gets an erection, this bone is pushed by muscles forward into the penis to make it erect. Human beings don't have that. We don't even have the bone or the mechanism. We don't have the muscles, the bone, the tendons, the muscles, the nerves. We don't have the bone. None of that exists in human beings, but it does in chimpanzees. And so there are a lot of anatomical differences between chimpanzees and human beings. Human beings have a chin. Chimps don't have a chin. They have no chin. They have a protuberance, a chin. They have lots of things. What the evolutionist scientists themselves have acknowledged since the 1970s, certainly numerous ones since in the 1980s, is that the fossils put forth as supposed ancestors of human beings, these Australopithecines and other creatures like Ramidus, Australopithecus ramidus, and others, they don't actually show clear evidence that they're related to human beings. What they do look like is remarkably like either chimpanzees or orangutans, but they don't look in anything in between. They just look like ape, and that's